today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. It's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 12 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
And when you lead the league in rushing for this stretch of time, now you take on the identity. You now lead the team, and everything runs through you in terms of offense.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley hitting double digit. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Lions making their way out, led by their 32-year-old quarterback. Hard to believe he's in season number 12 now in a Detroit uniform. Quarterback Matthew Stafford.
When I think of Matthew Stafford in Detroit, I think of numbers, and I mean passing numbers. 40,000 yards passed in his career last year before a back injury landed him on the IR after just 8 games. And to show his value to the team, the Lions lost all 8 games started by either Jeff Driscoll or David Blau. They need a healthy Matthew Stafford in order to compete in the NFC North.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again, Stafford. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
10 yards.
And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown? Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
To carry on Johnson.
The numbers for Johnson in last week's game: 17 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 29. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
6. First down, Lions.
On 1st and 10, Stafford toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Stafford, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Grady Jarrett. Matthew Stafford sacked.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here. I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far. Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown.
Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too. Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it, he can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. So the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
On first down, Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Wentz's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 28-yard
The
line.
throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Coup now for the point after.
For the point after.
He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
9-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Carry on Johnson.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
7-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit.
Here's Stafford. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
And the Lions.
Back to throw. Stafford. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now this throw caught left side. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. 16 yards, a first down.
First down.
Well, one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, it's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
brings up second and
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Broken tackle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
7 yards, the pickup there.
a 7-yard pickup.
2nd down and 3.
At the 11-yard line.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown.
Pass complete.
Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Prater on to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Kenny Galladay.
Matt Prater to kick.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And this one's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Hayden Hurst, former 1st-round pick, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's taken on the 25. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st down, Stafford here. He finds his man Johnson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 30.
An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And the Saints, they've now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. Drew Brees with 1 touchdown pass thus far. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Kareem Martin. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started over at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, and it's the Saints who are out in front. Traquan Smith, a touchdown reception. Next, we're off to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Marquise Brown, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, see what's happening with the Bengals. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Nick Chubb has a touchdown run. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
That's on the former first-rounder Taylor Decker. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Geronimo Allison the target there, but it's going to be second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
To Geronimo Allison. 12 yards on the play, but it's third down.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A solid stiff arm. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4.
From the 35 on second down, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Lions.
Stafford on first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson.
Well, there's zero doubt that the Detroit Lions like Kerryon Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year on DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Koo for the extra point.
For the point after.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
It's a gain of 6.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one opened downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the first down. Well done all the way around.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Ricardo Allen brought him down. A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They go to Johnson again. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
It's a gain of 3. And the Lions first down.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford, a slant to Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
11 yards there, first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Stafford looks to throw again. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Stafford. And he's got his man on the out route. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
And 10 yards.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Stafford. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown.
Complete to Kenny Galladay.
Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So Stafford and the Lions now down 28-21, a little over 20 seconds to go. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
A.J. Terrell.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Atlanta, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home